I'm a second year MBA, so just over one semester to go. Before school, I was a consultant for a fintech company, and I really had two sides to my job. There was the client service stuff, onboarding clients, making sure the platform was optimized to meet their needs, building reports, stuff like that. And then there was also working with engineers and product managers and making sure we were actually building new software that would get used in the right way and that would get used in the way the clients needed. And I realized over time that I really liked part two of my job a lot more than part one. And in thinking about it, I realized that's a product manager, that's that job. And in order to make that move into product management from consulting, I needed to get that academic background on that area and brush up on some of those tech skills and data and everything like that. And so I figured an MBA was the best way to make that transition, and I came to Stern to make it happen. Yeah, it's definitely important. I don't think you're going to find a single MBA who would say it's not important. The main difference now with COVID is how you go about doing that. So last year, for the first half at least, when we were in person, networking was a lot of in-person meetings, meeting alumni after corporate presentations, and actually grabbing drinks in person. Crazy. Now it's a lot more Zoom calls and scheduling group projects and everything virtual. So it's definitely important. It's changed a lot. I have never been a person who is great at stepping out and organizing meetups and organizing chats. And so one of the challenges for me going into the MBA program was to get out of my comfort zone and make sure I make those connections. And some people have to work more at it than others. I'm one of those people who has to work more at it. Mm-hmm. In terms of meeting classmates, I think Stern at least has a very small class, and people naturally get to meet each other over time. Working group projects and being part of the same clubs, and just over the course of being a student together, you get to be pretty close. I think meeting alumni is the bigger challenge. At least with COVID, fortunately, one of the upsides is that people are more willing than ever to accept a Zoom invitation from someone they don't know and sort of let someone into their house and let someone into their schedule. And so I haven't had anybody ever say, no, I can't meet. I don't want to meet you over a Zoom call. But, taking that step to go out and make those connections, that's where the challenge is. Yeah, one of the reasons why I wanted to come to school was to get the academic background on product management and the associated fields. So data science, all that hard math stuff that having gone to a small liberal arts college, I didn't ever have to do. And one of the classes I'm taking now, data-driven decision-making, is really doing a good job giving me that background. So not only learning how machine learning works in theory, but also using programs like Jump and Tableau to do it in the real world and tackle real world problems. And I think it's preparing me really well to use those products in a work setting going forward. Well, when you start an MBA program and you get access to that MBA calendar, which is a wall-to-wall programming from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day, it's hard to not feel like you have to go to every single thing and feel like you have to take advantage of every single offering that the school is providing. And then that coupled with, as soon as you start, you're going to have classmates who are maybe recruiting for finance, and 2 weeks in, they're already doing interviews and they're already like studying, and you're thinking, wait, what are they doing that I should be doing? And like, what am I missing here? And it took me a bit in the first half of the first year to realize that not only do I have to run my own race, but I have to make time for myself. And if I'm not going to go to every event, like that's fine. At a certain point, like you're not going to absorb what you're learning if you're just stuck in wall-to-wall programming. And I think the biggest challenge for me was setting boundaries, figuring out what I need to do for myself to best position myself going forward, and also to not drive myself crazy thinking about what other people are doing. I'm currently reading Ruth Bader Ginsburg's biography. Next up, I've got the Adam Newman We Work book. In terms of watching, my fiance and I recently got HBO, so I'm going through all the classics, watching The Sopranos right now, also watching Succession. Mm-hmm. And listening, I'm a huge Scrubs fan. I love the Scrubs Rewatch podcast. Whenever I'm in the car driving to go visit my parents in Massachusetts, always knock out a couple episodes of Fake Doctors, Real Friends. Hit me up on LinkedIn, or you can send an email to my Stern email, dsg432@stern.nyu.edu.
I just wanted to say thank you for being on with us today. We really appreciated it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.